GoLoud.
I'm Brenda Dennehy.
I'm Julie Haynes.
And this is Left on Red.
Hi everyone and welcome back to Left on Red, the podcast where no topic is off limits and we get through a healthy dose of girl talk. It's like a virtual coffee date with your besties.
Spot on, Jewel. Each week we'll dive deep into a juicy topic that's bound to start discussions and fill up our DMs.
And we've got your back when it comes to recommendations. It could be makeup, movies, fashion or food. We'll fill you in what we've loved and maybe didn't love this week.
Before we wrap things up, we leave you with a motivational quote to carry with you into the week ahead. It might be nonsense, but we will try. Because let's face it, we all need a little extra boost sometimes.
Ready to go?
Let's crack on.
Well, we're recording in our home county.
Yeah, back in Cork.
Back in Cork, boy. We're actually here in Red FM for a change. It was actually grand, wasn't it? Just come to the studio.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Even though we had to get you to come all the ways to Ballincollig for me.
Christ almighty.
Hi, come here. It's not my fault. The buses in this city, this country is crap. Again, I've said it before. What's the story with no tap and go? I know there's a leap card, but come on.
Oh, is there a leap card now for the buses?
Yeah,
okay, that must be new enough, is that?
Well, I was just like, look, I'll only be here for a day and I'll need one bus, but I never understood that I'd have to get around 3 or 4 buses to get to one place.
I know.
So sorry you had to collect me. And you looked a bit sore, all right, coming in.
I was beeping and waving.
I know, but when I was like, you have to collect me there, I don't know, I thought you were a bit saucy, but I think the sauciness happened because I was getting a blow dry.
She was getting a blow dry and she rang me. She's like, I'm sitting here in the hairdressers. I says, all right. She was like, I have to send you a picture there. I says, of what? You're blow dry? And she was like, no, I'm getting something cut in. I goes, what? A fringe. And I says, what kind of fringe are you getting? You're like a full-on fringe, just like yours. You weren't planned, so I'm getting a fringe, she says.
You didn't like it. You did. Tell the truth. I know now we're all about the sisterhood, but you weren't too comfortable with it, were you?
I didn't mind. I was just a small bit taken back. And then I had it years ago, so I actually had a fringe before you. I was like, I don't mind.
I did over 10 years ago. I had a fringe a couple of times. This is a bit of a fringe here.
It's a bit of a side fringe you've going on, yeah.
Yeah, side fringe.
Yeah.
But look, we'll just have to we'll have to check on who's wearing what and what way is the hair from now on and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Because your one hair is sitting in front of me wearing White Fox. And can we, I'm blown on about White Fox all week long, and then your one rocks up.
And I had told you last week. I've
never seen you wearing White Fox in all my life.
Do you want to see the slip of when I bought it? I got it before my dad passed away, actually, and I didn't get a chance to wear it. So I had it. I'm sorry now, had it before you. You can wear your trench coat now next week. So what we might do is we might do an episode wearing the same stuff together.
Yeah.
For the crack.
Because she's definitely morphing into me.
Well, you told me you were morphing into me. You wore this lovely jumper up in Care.
Oh, that was
because
a
I like
thing.
you too.
Yeah.
I have that top at home as well. I'm totally joking.
This is actually O'Malley.
Is it? Oh, lovely. I knew it. It's lovely.
It's nice, isn't
Is that
it?
the new collection?
That's our new collection, yeah.
Oh, love Maeve.
I love the colour and I love Maeve.
Absolutely fab.
Yeah, so it's quick. This is a size 10. Normally I'd rather a 12 for the boobs and all that, but the 12s are gone, so I just grabbed the 10 and it's actually fine.
Fits you fine. Is that from, do you feel more fit after all your award-winning
I'm an award-winning athlete now. Yeah. So I'm doing this class. It's called Bike Row Ski. I'm actually loving it. And Brenda, of course, started it as well. So I'm doing it the last couple of weeks. And yesterday I won an award. I won nothing, but
Zone Master?
No, I think I was some ranger. I was probably the fucking lone ranger in the class, but I run some range. I don't know what sort of ranger I am, but I won that award anyways. It's a week for myself.
I couldn't believe when you said it to me on the phone. I was like, sure, because it's Zone Master, because Pat Phelan wins that all the time.
Yeah.
Because that means when you're in the orange all along, you win that. But that, at least you won something. I won this morning with Karen.
Did you win anything?
I thought we'd be the buddies, right? But
yeah.
my band, do you know that you've got the heart monitor on your arm? So, and then the kind of monitor has to be touching your skin.
That happened to me yesterday.
I had the band on my arm for ages, right? And then we started off on the bikes. What you start off with?
Yesterday the bikes.
And then I could see everyone was red, orange.
Yeah.
I was the grey. And I was like, what's going on? And I was watching Karen and I was like, I'm doing more than her.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's something wrong. So your one, Rebecca, anyway, come over and it was all wrong. So I was like, I'm not going to win Zone Master now. Or there's another one as well. And then I was like, maybe me and Karen will get something together. And then I see it, and the buddy thing. So Karen got that with someone else.
Not you.
Not me.
You were.
Yeah.
You still didn't get an award.
No, I've got no award yet.
I did, and you're one then running marathons all around the world, but yet she still can't get an award at bike row ski like me.
I have a half marathon now next weekend, actually in Manchester, but it's only half. So
I do that in my sleep now.
Come here now, you'll be dusting off your runners yet.
Come here, I'm going again out tonight.
That's brilliant.
My third class of the week.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But you look great.
Do you think I'm down weight?
I don't like saying down weight, but I think you
toning up.
Totally.
As my mom says, the bloatiness is gone.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And you can see that in someone. It's not necessarily if you weighed yourself. I don't know.
Because I'm actually, funny enough you say that, because I'm actually the same weight in the scales.
See, the scales are dodgy, Jewel.
Dodge. And I'm not, like, this time last year, I'd be like, feck it, I'm not going anymore, it's obviously not working. But I can actually feel it a small bit in my clothes.
Yeah.
And I feel, as my mom says, the bloatiness is gone, so I'm just ignoring the scales. But I'm hoping to go because Erin Rose is sick. We have her hair in the studio lying down on the couch. Look at her face. So I'm going to bring her to the doctors later. I'd say it's just virally. Do you know what it is? It's a change of the weather. But your woman who are wearing shorts and t-shirt, it's roasting. And the next minute I have coats and hats and scarves in them practically. It's all over the place, the weather.
Yeah. How's Fionn?
Grant, he went into school this morning happy out.
And then if he saw her feeling under the weather, would he not be like, oh, feck, I might pull a sickie here as well?
So Fionn had the bug last week or 2 weeks ago. He was off school for 2 days. Your one was crying good in the mornings. Even though there was nothing wrong with her. She's like, I just want to stay home. Fionn's staying at home, because he was on the couch. He was laying down with a blanket and she wanted the same. But I was like, no, you're fine. Into school.
Yeah.
So then this morning was obviously her turn, and Fionn knew to go into school without any whinging.
And today's Thursday, so tomorrow, there could be the two of them at home. Are you okay with sick days, though? And so, as in, like, would you be strict that way?
Sick days?
Yeah.
No, I'm not too bad. Like, I got the letter now, right, in junior infants, because they were both out for a week because they had chicken pox. They were out for a week because of COVID, and a couple of days here and there then from different bugs. So you get a letter off the school saying any more days now they'll get on to Tusla.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in fairness, the whole class got it. Like, they were only, what were they last year? 3, 4? So, like, they had the chicken pox for a week. I had, like, I suppose, doctor notes to prove it's not just because mommy was at home dying with a hangover or anything like that, but it's just school policy. They have to send out notes or letters if they're out for a certain amount of days. So I think over 17 days or something like that.
Right.
So yeah, I was like, oh Jesus. But then I spoke to other parents and they're like, Julie, we got that as well. It's normal, like, you know, especially when they're so young, because they're forever picking things up.
Yeah, I remember there was a girl, like, I never got it, but I don't know if they still do it. Do you know, the children who don't miss a day in school, they get like, do they still do that?
I don't know.
No, I never got that anyway. Never.
My kids will never get it either.
There was one girl who always got it, just Marie, her name was, always got it. And I was like, I'm never going to get that. But actually, speaking of friends, old school friends, I met, remember last week I was saying I was going meeting an old school friend who I hadn't met in, like, I think we actually hadn't spoken in 13 years. Met her last Friday. And I tell you now, I was more nervous meeting her than I was going on a date.
Oh.
I was an absolute show. We was last Friday. Remember, we were under a bit of stress on Friday because there was something that threw us. We're after doing the Leo Varadkar interview, which we'll chat about soon. But I suppose of course I was after renting the Opel Corsa, which was definitely cursed. The hazards wouldn't come off, and I was a box of nerves. Bag of nerves or box of nerves?
I'd say bag of nerves.
It's a box.
Nah.
Look, I was bottled with nerves, we'll say. It was worse than meeting a fella because, like, nothing massively happened that we had a massive argument. It was like, I'm not talking to you anymore. Do you know the way things just go weird? And she was waiting for me in a certain coffee place in Castleisland in Kerry where my mum and dad's shop is. And, oh God, it was so weird because I was late coming in and it was really hot last Friday and I was in whatever, I was just in a jumper and jeans and everyone else's t-shirts, whatever. And so I could see her back and I was like, oh my God, that's her now. And then I didn't know what to say. And I was like, is that yourself? I said, right. What the fuck?
Is that yourself?
But we'd seen each other. She came to the funeral and we'd a massive hug. Is that yourself? And she turned around. I was more nervous meeting a fella.
I know, yeah.
And then she was like, it is. And I wanted to see, I was shaking with nerves because I get very nervous. Do you know the way I get shaky?
I know, yeah.
So I said then, I goes, will we go outside? And she said, yeah. And I said, I'll get my coffee. So she went outside. So I composed myself. I went to the toilet and all that and I came out. And then I was like, I put on sunglasses here now because I knew I was going to cry.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to cry. So we were sitting down anyway and we were outside in the sun. And it was just, I'd probably get upset now talking about it. But it was just, do you know what I got upset over? I suppose she was I look back at my memories of school and, do you know, my younger memories, and some of them are my best memories of my life are with her.
Yeah.
Do you know? And that's what I was getting upset over. So anyway, we were just chatting away, and look, we just kind of went over things, and kind of then we were kind of, is it 13 years we haven't talked, 14 years? And then kind of as in, how do we let it go for so long? Because even though she now only lives like 10 minutes from my home house, we still hadn't even seen each other, not even the shops, not even out in Killarney, not ever. She's married now, she's children, but it was just, you know, I just think looking back and all these things, you know, when you fall out with someone, not even fall out with you, lose contact with someone and you keep thinking, I'll have to text her, I need to get back in touch with her.
Your lives went separate, just different directions really. Like, isn't
yeah,
it? Yeah.
And then I suppose I said to her as well, I goes, do you think I've changed in a way? Because I didn't want her to be like, I didn't want her to get the impression of, oh, is this one now coming from London thinking she's the shit? Because I would hope people don't see me that way. And then she was kind of like, well, we've all kind of changed. And I was kind of like, she changed in certain ways. But then we started reminiscing about some of the stuff we got up to back in the day. And we were laughing and joking and we had such a good time. And 2.5 hours we were chatting. And like the only reason we had to go is I had to go home. And she'd her kids to go to. And then when we were leaving, I didn't know what to do after then. But then I started bawling, crying in front of her. Because she was like, sure, when you're home next, we might meet up. And it was we'll meet up with another friend. We'll go for lunch. Bawling. I was
and tell
bawling.
everyone what brought you together.
My father.
Yeah.
Yeah, my father.
So she came to your
That's
dad's funeral. I know.
Yeah. No, I'm crying because it was such a lovely thing. And it was all because of him. And she was one of the first people who texted me when she died. And he died. And I said that back on the last podcast.
And that's what I said to you on the phone. I was like, your dad is still giving even though he's no longer here, you know?
Yeah,
it's so lovely.
And it's just because her dad and my dad were good friends. And it was, do you know, and my dad had a good time for her. And it was, and I was so upset because it was my dad. And I was thinking about reaching out to her several times. But then her sister I would have been friendly enough with her. Do you know the way now you be friendly with she would have been my best friend and then be friendly. But I was thinking about her sister too, because she came to the funeral as well. And I had a big hug off her and I texted her. And she was following me on Instagram and I didn't realise it. And then I tried to follow her back and I was just saying, you know, I haven't spoken to you in years and I met your sister and all this and, you know, I thought there was this bad energy or something. And she sent me the most beautiful message. She was like, I'm obsessed with the podcast. She goes, I was bawling crying for about you when I listened to your story. If I had known, I wish I could have helped you. And I was, I was gone then as well. Yeah. And then she's like, when you're home next, let's meet up for a coffee.
Oh, beautiful.
I was in an awful state. So when I was leaving last Sunday to go back to London, she was sending me that and sure. But then it was funny because you know the way you'd be so anxious, right? I had texted her when I was leaving Farnborough Airport. And just as the plane was going off, I could see her typing for ages. And I was like, oh my God, what's this? What's this? But no, it was the night. So when I touched down in Stansted, then I was bawling, crying again. So look, that's one of the good things that has come out of it. And it's not kind of like either that, like I said, I'm going to catch up with them now. Because it's 14, 13 years. Everyone's lives has changed. But do you know what? Just to even if I meet them again, just even go for a coffee or when I'm home or whatever. And it's just something that I've wanted to do for ages. So I think if there is anyone listening as well, if there's that one friend you're thinking of, like, just fucking reach out to them. Yeah, just absolutely. Go for it because there's all this energy, this weird energy and everything. And then another old friend of mine as well, I asked her to my dad's one's mind as well because we didn't necessarily follow everything. But you know this kind of what's going on here.
It's just your lives went different directions and that's so normal. And you know, as you said, like, my school days at the time, I hated them. But looking back now, they're the best days of our lives, aren't they?
The best?
No worries. No worries. And all those friends went through, like, from junior infants right up to 6th year. Like, and
that's it.
And not that I fell out with those girls either. Like, if I see them, I'd say hi and all that. But, like, we wouldn't be as close. And it's sad, like, isn't it?
It is. And then when you meet them, then you get on, your favourite word, nostalgic. She's on the phone, let's say, what's that word again? You use this, nostalgic. Nostalgic.
Yeah.
And, it just did something to me. But other than that, so I think it's nearly 4 weeks now since my dad died. But I was saying to you, all the firsts are kind of difficult, and you get all that as well. Like as we were coming in here now, I saw a guy driving the exact same Jeep as him, and it really threw me in Ballincollig. Like because it was the same year, and it was the exact same Jeep. And it was like a man inside it, and I started bawling at the bus stop.
And what was weird about that was I was picking Brenda up and I was beeping as I was driving towards her and she was waving, we were messing, and then obviously you kind of broke down because you seen a Jeep that looked like your dad's Jeep, whatever. And when she got into the car, you were upset. And I said, but Brenda, look on the floor. And I had a picture of you and your dad. It's little signs like that, you know, because you were obviously roaring, crying, you were really upset. And then you looked down and there your dad was just staring up at you. I
Yeah.
just think those little things, you just find so much comfort in them, don't you?
Yeah, do you know what I find as well? I find like during the day I'm okay, but Jesus, the mornings are a killer.
When you open your eyes.
My God, the mornings are. Yesterday morning, no, was exceptionally bad because I suppose I was up at 3:30, and do you know what it was? He died on a Wednesday, and yesterday was a Wednesday, so I was replaying everything in my head.
I know.
You know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this time this happened, and this was this and that, and I just, I hate the day. Like, as it was, like I want to nearly leave work. And then I think there's something at work where you can have a well-being day.
Yeah.
Someone told me, and I needed the well-being day. I was like, I need the well-being day. Not there, but like I was like, and then I suppose I was getting like, I need to go on holiday. I was trying to distract myself. I was like, I need to go on a sun holiday. So in time, I was like, I need to, because I was trying to run away from the day because I was just so uncomfortable. But I know that I have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. I know I just have to go through it. But
And in fairness, you are, because you rang me and you were upset on the phone to me and you were leaving yourself cry. Whilst I don't think I ever done that really. Like I felt like if I felt like the lump in my throat now, if I wanted to cry, I'd get up and I'd start mopping the floors, or I'd put on a podcast or something like that. I nearly ran away from the grief, if that makes sense.
And do you think is it because of the kids you want to be crying in front of the kids, or do you think
a bit of everything? I'm like, Jesus, if I start crying here now, I don't know, will I stop?
That's what I use fear, but I know the tears. Do you know what they're nearly like? They're nearly like, do you know the way a child falls, right?
Yeah.
They go, ah, and
Yeah.
then within a second they stop. It's not that I'm roaring like that, but it like as people say, it start the waves.
Yeah.
And then sure, come here, I was crying in the back of your Jeep, and
Yeah.
then we were coming out the road and we were laughing at
I
the same
know.
clothes and all this.
Yeah, I know. In fairness, yeah. And still, even on the phone yesterday, you were upset on the phone when you first rang me. And then by the end of the phone call, we were chatting about something completely different,
Yeah.
and we were laughing and joking. And look, that's what grief is. Like, it does creep up. Like, I remember one time we were in Dunstores. I was in Dunstores doing my grocery shop, happy out, and next thing I seen fish cakes. And I started bawling, crying in the middle of Dunstores over fucking fish cakes. But my dad used to love fish cakes, and it's little things like that. And I was hysterical. Walked past the fish cakes and then just got on with the rest of my shop.
Yeah.
It's weird, like, isn't it?
It is.
It's hard. It's hard. And like, there's no right or wrong way to grieve.
And everyone's very helpful online, and you know, everyone messaging and everything like that. So look, day by day, it'll be just nearing up to like 4 weeks by the time this comes out, and then look, we'll have his month's mind, and that's going to be a nice event as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Which is
more of a
gonna-
celebration.
A celebration,
Yeah.
and yeah. But look, I'm doing all right, and I have you.
You
I
girl,
have
and
you,
I
but-
have you.
I have you. Once I
Even
don't
though you
want to
keep
say-
copying me, but like,
Julie, I'm telling you now. I'm going to go off and get a fake fringe. I'm going to wear it for the next one.
a fake what?
A fake fringe.
Oh,
You
that
can get the clipping
yeah,
ones.
the clipping one.
I'm going to find. Do you know what I was doing while you were waiting for me? I was there going, I'm going to fucking get that picture of me in the fringe and the year, because I got that 10 years ago. I was, and I couldn't find it.
Oh,
I got it
God's
cut.
sake.
I'm going to send that on to you.
But it actually suited you.
Oh, you knew about it, did you?
You sent me the picture.
Oh, sorry, I was on about the real one.
Oh yeah, no, that picture you sent me earlier with
Yeah,
the
we'll
clipping
actually
fringe. It was
put up
lovely.
a clip online actually so people can see it. Yeah,
But,
but it's the kind of, it's sorting it out and all that. If I had the money and you too, feck it, I'd have makeup and hair every morning.
Oh, it'd be ideal,
Oh
wouldn't it?
God,
Love
unbelievable.
that. I would love
Unbelievable.
But then it takes ages, though, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh. But what else was there? Anyways, mad week, wasn't it?
Jesus Christ, I thought
Mad
we'd be
week
coming down
online.
the fucking course, at the course,
I
down
went to the Cork and
Oh my God, you did!
Cork and Limerick match. I actually was like, will I wear a fucking bulletproof vest going to this thing? There was a bunty on my head. Is that what they said? Bunty?
Bounty.
Bunty.
Bounty.
Yeah.
I know, but the Leo, obviously, any new listeners, we interviewed the former leader of the country, Taoiseach Leo Varadkar. What party was he in?
Fine Gael.
Good woman,
Yeah.
brilliant. And let's just say the reaction was it was wild.
Do you know what? We got mixed comments. Some good, some bad. And look, they were fair comments. Do you know, they spoke their minds. That's how Mary feels. That's how Joan feels, whatever. And we have to take all that on board as well. What I don't like is they come at us like our parents. And what the worst part about it was they brought up our dead fathers. Like, I just thought that was so. You were just after burying your dad 2 weeks, was it?
The word I have for that is evil. There's no
Evil.
other word but evil.
Bringing both our dead fathers into it. Like, you know, if you don't want to listen to the Leo interview, that's absolutely fine. But don't be bringing up my dad and don't be bringing up Brenda's dad. You know, they have nothing got to do with it, you know. It was, that really, I have to say now, that really, really upset me.
Yeah, that was very disappointing. And I was kind of saying to myself, look, it will be controversial, us interviewing him, and fair enough, if you're in a fucking disgrace, clowns, all this kind of stuff, and people airing their issues and stuff like that. But then as well, going directly into messages, like I was getting them direct as well.
Yeah,
and I actually said, really, you want to go at me here now after like the turbulent couple of weeks? And like, oh yeah, I'm going to go for you, you know. And then I don't really ever bite back. I don't, because my energy, I don't want to give away negative energy, but I think I just said shame on you or something like that.
You were very upset, especially that they were coming at you through your DMs as well, like, and they were being do you know what? One thing, voicing their opinion, I said that's absolutely fine, but like coming at you, like they literally came at Brenda, they literally came at Julie, like I'm like, there's no need for that, like, you know, and mocking our appearance, and I just have no words for it. No words.
I always know when someone does comment on your appearance, we've said this before, they've lost the battle. You even know if you hear someone arguing, if we were chatting away or something like that, and you said to me, oh, go away with your big stupid fucking nose or something.
Yeah.
I'd like, there's no need for that. You've lost. You've let yourself down.
Yeah, exactly. And it's disappointing to see as well. And what I seen as well in the comments is they all started fighting with each other. I was like, no wonder we had to turn off the comments section as well. They were all arguing with each other. I'm like, I can't have this, like, you know, and shut up, you, what the fuck do you know? I was like, oh God.
And then we got lambasted because we did turn off the comments.
Yeah.
And then, like, they were going direct again, like, you can't win. And then I think see, the thing is, we were kind of shocked as you say, because we were asking Leo about what his hangover cure was. Did he like Chinese or chipper? We weren't asking him anything political.
And the reason why is because I can't even run my household, and I might sit down to Leo and be like, come here, like, I actually am not educated enough, and I will hold my hand up and say, I am not educated enough to grill the former chief. I can't, like, I wouldn't even know where to fucking start. I didn't even know what party he was in 2 weeks prior to the interview, like, so I couldn't. I would leave that up to the, like, who would do all that?
Claire Byrne.
Yeah, I leave
Morning
that up to
Ireland.
her. Like,
I did say that to a girl, and she went at me over that. And then you see, when we actually released it, then people are like, oh yeah, you didn't grill him about anything. You can't win. And then I was like, and I said politely, we'll leave that to Morning Ireland, Claire Byrne. Oh, sorry. She says something, I thought you worked in RT. It was pure sarcastic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just said your sarcasm is insignificant, and I just said her name. She's got into Narnia anyway.
Oh yeah, into general.
Sabrina told us Narnia. Narnia is the best because, and if you restrict them on Narnia, they will never see that you've seen their message.
Okay, is that it? Is that works? Yeah.
They'll never see. So like that would drive me mad. Like if you blocked me now, that's grand. I'd be like, that's finished. But if I was messaging you non-stop and you were never going into, I think that would drive me more mad.
Yeah, true.
Do you know?
True, yeah, true.
So they're gone into Narnia. But look, we made all the papers.
We made all the papers, and we're like number 3 in the Irish podcast charts, which is absolutely amazing. And look, obviously we got hundreds of negative comments, but we got thousands of positive comments as well.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the interview. I enjoyed interviewing him and getting to know Leo as Leo, not Leo the politician.
Not Leo the politician. One other thing that kind of I noticed well was the double standards as well, because I had gone through a couple of comments of Leo on the Late Late Show and another politician, high profile politician on another podcast, and I suppose they were men. Oh no, it was good man Patrick. Great interview, Patrick. But
brilliant,
then you're a fucking disgrace, the two of you.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and you know what again? A lot of women bringing women down, which is a shame. We spoke about this before.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? So that was in the comments, and then on other threads they were calling the people that were commenting scummy mummies. I'm like, lads, it's a vicious circle. You're coming at me, but then the people at the comments are being trolled on another website. I'm like, and it's all women.
Yeah.
It's absolutely disgusting. It was a vicious fucking circle. I was like, oh my God. Like, if you don't want to listen, just don't fucking listen. End of story. But anyway, stepping away from that, we have some great news. Obviously, we had to cancel a couple of shows over Brenda's dad sadly passing away. So we have we're actually announcing today that we are
back in the Cork
Opera
Podcast
House.
Festival. So we're doing the podcast festival again in the Cork Opera House on Friday, the 6th of September. It's going to be 8 o'clock, and we cannot wait. And if anyone's looking for a ticket, it's go to corkpodcastfestival.ie, or it'll be on the Cork Opera House side as well. Are we going to be more organised now this time around? Because last year we were writing our notes around 7:45 and it was with the start at 8. Are we?
Yeah, because we've helped this year, thank God. And do you know what else? It's Sean's birthday that day.
Oh!
Yeah, so we'll have to do something with him. Embarrass him.
Oh, 100% embarrass him. Big time.
Yeah. So we've no guests this week, but we did ask on socials about your credit union porkies.
This is interesting now because I went to the credit union there a couple of weeks ago to take out a few bob, and my mom just suggested, she said, leave in some money now in case you need a loan again. I was like, I need a loan again at all, girls. So I went back and I tried to get a credit card on my Metro account over in the UK. Because I was like, do you know what? No, I've no debt in this country. Refused. And I'm like, what's going on? And they have to follow up on the very thing after making its way over, because they're in the UK as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, that fucking...
Come here, actually, my dad's credit union account loan was actually paid off when he passed away.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't a huge loan, but the couple of bob
they
that
do
was...
something on that, don't they?
And they actually helped us as well with the funeral.
Actually, the credit union, no, give them their due. They were rated the top, like, for customer service, something like that.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And in fairness, obviously my dad passed away during COVID, so like the management called us in and they were like, they sat us down, me and my mum, and they were like, this is what we can do for you. They were absolutely fabulous to deal with. So, so good. So yeah, and there's
so much worry as well. Do you know, with leading up to a funeral and unexpected, like
I know.
funerals are expensive. So fair play to the credit union. Credit union's actually next to my house in Ballydesmond.
Oh, that's
Did you notice that? What?
That'd
Well,
be dangerous
yeah,
for
but
me.
like I'd be going over. It wasn't too bad because no cash inside there, so you couldn't. Well, I never really had
I'm not
cash.
saying that you'd go in and rob it. I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
like I'd be always in there asking for loans.
Well, speaking of loans,
Like,
speaking of loans, when I was down, mine one now is the big one is Ratmore Credit Union. I think the credit union was actually established in Ballydesmond, or was Nora Hurley who set it up from Ballydesmond. I swear, Ballydesmond is famous for the credit union.
oh no way.
No,
yeah.
there is something about that. But when I was home, I knew the credit union, but I was laughing because I used to be a terror for going in with all excuses. Like there was the manager I used to go down to in Ratmore Credit Union. He would I'd go there like my first one was for a car, a little Peugeot 207. That was legit. And then I suppose I wanted hair extensions. I remember going down for them, and he's like, "Oh, what are you here for?" I goes, "Getting a new car." It's like, all right,
Because
so
the car loan interest was quite small.
small, yeah. So it's like I'm getting upgrade in the car.
I always say that as
And
well.
he'd be like, all right, very good. And then I think I went back again another couple of months when you could go again. And he was like, you're back again? I was like, yeah, getting a new car, same car outside.
I know, yeah.
Same car.
Yeah.
That one then was for Las Vegas.
Oh, you got the
Went to
loan out for Las Vegas.
Yeah, I did. You've done Las Vegas, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've done Las Vegas sober, and I've done Las Vegas absolutely off my face on drink.
Yeah, there's a place that you do a lot of drinking.
I'm
though, isn't
glad
it?
I did drink there and the smoking and everything. I did have the two different opportunities, and then I went there stone cold sober, no cigarettes. So I had a great time. And
No smoking, no
because
drinking.
I went when I was in my kind of addiction days, right?
Okay, yeah.
Did Los Angeles and everything like in the addiction. Well, I wasn't that bad. No, that's the famous line. I wasn't that bad. But then I went in for my 30th and my mum went for a 60th because we did it together.
Oh,
so
lovely,
I went
yeah.
sober, which was brilliant. But so what kind of loans, what reasons did you give? What reasons did you
Cars,
give?
always
Cars.
fucking
But
cars.
what were they for?
Holidays now as well. Holidays. I actually bought. Actually, my first car was a Saxo, so I got a loan out for that. But I had the full body kit. I had double exhaust. I was a pure boy racer, me. And then from the Saxo, then I upgraded to a Peugeot 206. I got a silver Peugeot 206. So I got a loan for that, and then I crashed that. And instead of going through my insurance, I got another fucking loan. What else did I use it for? Holidays. I went like that. You know, I went to Vegas, LA, and San Francisco. I went to Mexico, thanks to the credit union. Where else did I go? Went loads of places. Went to Australia, thanks to the credit union. But I never told them I was moving to Australia. So what I used to do was I'd send money back to my dad, and my dad then would go up and like pay off the loan.
Why? Because you couldn't be in different countries, is it?
I don't know, but I wasn't taking that chance anyway.
Of course,
Yeah. So I'd send money back to my dad. He'd go up then and pay off the loan. They used to always say to me, just one thing, Julie, just make sure you keep on top of that loan.
Yeah, and sure you didn't.
I'm
The
blacklisted.
interest. Yeah. You'll be up there now soon again. Your one is the lock, isn't it?
The lock. But you know, then it got so bad with me, my dad had to go guarantor. So I'd go up for a loan and they'd be like, oh, we want your parent, like one of your parents up as well. So my dad would have to come up and sign a thing, say like if she fell back on the loan, he'd have to pay.
You'd have to get it, yeah.
Fucking
And I
hell.
bet he didn't all, did he?
He did, the
Of course he
creature.
did.
I know. But where they're at getting strict.
I
You know,
heard that,
pay
yeah.
slips now and everything. Yeah, they're at getting strict. But I still use them. Right, the credit union porkies. So we have a girl here and she said, I went up and I pretended I needed a loan for home improvements and I ended up going to Florida.
So someone else says here, I was going to America, got breast implants instead.
Oh, brilliant. So she, oh my God. I have another one here and she said, I went up to the credit union. I said I needed a loan to pay for a funeral and I went to Spain.
Oh,
Jeepers.
oh, I like that's fair. Well, she's
For a funeral.
I couldn't do that now.
Yeah, I'd be kind of
The old
nervous.
car,
with the
hair
funeral.
extensions,
Yeah.
holiday, funeral. I wouldn't. I no. Then the One's Credit Union asked how I owed them so much, and I said it wasn't my fault. They kept giving me loans, which is, which is true. It's understandable, isn't it?
Well, years ago, they were brilliant for the loans. I got a car loan back in 2015 and off to Cancun I went. So she went up, pretended it was for a car, and she went to Cancun. That's actually where I went as well on my loan.
As someone else says, a friend said loan for further education. The new boobs are fabulous. A lot of people there should be like a certain loan for boobs and all that kind of stuff.
Another girl here said, I pretended I needed a loan for new windows and doors, but the real reason was IVF. But you remember we had Tracy Shine on there a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago now.
Yeah.
But she actually told her credit union, Ballyfihan, that it was for the IVF. And I think they were very supportive.
I think, no, there's meant to be something where even that, the government bringing, okay, be careful, no, the government chatting about the government. Is there something that they're bringing in, we'll say, to even help people with IVF?
They should
comes
be
to
though,
funding?
yeah.
Or the first round, something like that. Which,
So, yeah.
like, I mean,
Because it is costly, like, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, but no, in fairness now, remember,
That's
she actually
great to
sat here
hear.
and she said that. They were very, very supportive.
someone else says, applied for a loan to see Britney Spears in Montreal. I succeeded. Were you a Britney fan?
Not really, no.
Who were you, Christina?
No, I used to go to a concert called
Grunge.
Childline. So it was a bit of a mix. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Childline. Yes, it was like a mix of like all different artists up in Dublin.
They were kind of all out, the Irish ones up,
Yeah.
Boyzone and Westlife. That was good,
It
I'd
was
say.
so good. So one of the parents who saw us bring about a group of 5 of us up.
My brother's friend asked for a loan to bring his mum to Lourdes, but it was really for a lad's holiday. I genuinely am not joking. No, I would love to go to Lourdes.
Come on, it's meant to be great crack.
Yeah?
Because I often joked when I see people going to Ibiza, whatever you call it, I'd be like, nah, that's not for me at all. I'd rather go to Lourdes. And I'd always get DMs and be like, Julie, Lourdes is actually fabulous. We should go.
Whisking people around and looking after people and everything.
I'd be bawling though.
I know.
Imagine if it was a
but
little
that'd
old
be
man in a
nice.
wheelchair.
Yeah, but to be able to help them.
I know. I couldn't leave him though. I'd be
I
hysterical.
know you'd be staying over there with
I'd
them.
be staying over there.
I
with
don't.
them.
Do you need to do funding or something for it? We'll actually look into it.
We should.
I
yeah.
would love it.
Or knock.
I passed Knock going to the airport not lately, and it was when I was up in Galway going back to London, and didn't look that like appetising, to be honest. It looked
Oh,
a bit
Lord,
boring.
we better so. Where
Well,
was
did
Lord?
She appeared in Lourdes as well. She did more. There was a bit more action
Come
in
on,
Lourdes.
she
was
appeared
there?
down in Cork.
I know, the grotto, Ballinspittle.
Ballinspittle, yeah.
Did you ever go down there?
I did. She moves as well, but never seen the statue move. Wasn't it that it? She moved. She never.
Yes.
The
No,
statue
she moved as well.
And was she there too? No, she just moved. That statue moves.
Yeah, she moves.
Moving
Remember the
statue.
crowds that were gathering? No, you weren't even born, but I was young. I remember it. We actually, this
Were
is
you
a funny
born
story.
when she appeared?
No, I don't know. I think I was 1985. I think I was just born. But actually, when I was in rehab, right now that I'm out with my story, I was in rehab for my birthday 1 year, right? Not the first round, the second round. I was in my first round I was in for Christmas, and then my second round I was in for my birthday. But we weren't really allowed television, but we were at the very odd time. And I remember on RTE, the night of my birthday, there was a story about the moving statue in Ballinspittle. And like we were all like, fuck it, we're going watching that tonight. It was around 10 o'clock and you need to go to bed early. But they left us stay up and we had the best fucking laugh ever. It was all about her moving.
Yeah.
And like there was like a fella and he'd set up a business called the Grotto Burger and he did a chip van and everything. Oh, it was amazing. And you see in the treatments and drives and there was all holy statues all over the place.
Oh
So
yeah,
we were
you're
all
big
freaked
into
out then,
religion.
going to bed, like
yeah.
we were looking at holy statues everywhere in the living room.
Yeah, but
Do you know what I
remember
mean?
even school there were statues everywhere.
We have statues at home. My mother has like a Holy Mary. I think that her mother gave her from
And
like
is it
this
still
one now.
there?
She's flat out above over the fire. And then there's
Oh.
another lad, I don't know who that is, but they're there as well.
I liked Project Pio growing up.
Yeah, he was a good lad, yeah. I liked him
you
too.
pray to him then if you lose
Do
something.
you know who I love? And I'm not
no,
joking, you know.
is that Project Pio you pray to if you lose something? No. Oh, St.
Anthony.
Anthony.
I was gonna
Sorry,
say.
St. Anthony.
I like St. Michael the Archangel. Good man, no.
Yeah. Or do you know in school we used to have a statue of Our Lady and we'd have to touch our toes and bless ourselves.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is that?
I don't know, is that?
Yeah.
I don't know, is that?
Is that
that a thing?
normal? I don't know.
Is
I
it?
don't know what we were
I
doing.
don't know, no, is that normal?
And
We
then,
didn't do that now at
do you
all.
know what? We used to go up the stairs then, like praying and singing. Do you have to do
There
that?
was that in school.
Yeah.
Were you in a Catholic school, no?
Convent school, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they'd be different to us.
Oh, we were very holy
Yeah.
moly, like.
No, I just went over to Mass and did readings for the 9 o'clock Mass. 9:30 actually in the morning. So our school is next to the church.
Oh, yeah, we were same. So we're attached to a convent. I was actually an altar server.
Me too.
Yeah, I loved
Loved
ringing
it.
the gong.
Yeah, the bell, yeah.
The bell.
Bell.
Well, we
And
we
then-
didn't have a bell, we actually had a gong. You know, you hit the thing off the gong.
Yeah, and then as well, were you doing the wine and the my hand used to be shaking for that.
I used to forget because you'd have to take the lid off the water to put the spoon into the wine, and I used to do it all
Yeah.
backwards, and I hated doing the wine, but I was pro at the gong.
Yeah.
Pro at it when he puts his hand over the wine, when he
And
lifts
then you
the
go
bread.
and lifts it up. And there's another time as well.
When he,
do it too.
he puts his hand over the Bible, is that it? What does he
Puts
do
the
again?
hand, lifts it up. He lifts it up twice, does he?
Oh, there's only one of them, then you ring the
There's
gong
3
for.
bells though, isn't there? But they all do it different now, because when I went to my niece's communion, they were 1 minute they sitting down, up and down, and all that kind of stuff. It's changed a lot.
It did, yeah, it changed.
There's
right.
words, there's different words and stuff. And I'm like this. No, that'll show how the last time I was at Mass.
I know, pretty bad as well. I am bad. I was very good growing up though, because I used to be altar serving every single week nearly.
Yeah, I loved it as well, and the reading.
I didn't like doing the reading.
I loved the reading. Oh.
Would you do the first reading?
Oh yeah, big time. And I'd be like putting on a bit of an accent as well and stuff like that. Like, Lord, hear us. I was on like 10 or 12. And I used to go to Mass every weekend. I used to go to Mass 3 times a weekend. I got addicted to it. I swear to God. I was actually flat out addicted to Mass, because we did it in the weekday mornings, and then he did it at 7 o'clock in the evenings, and I wanted to go because I couldn't stop altar serving.
Yeah.
And then the weekends as well, if they had enough altar service, I'd still go. So it was 9 o'clock Mass on a Sunday morning and 11, and I'd nearly go to the 2.
But you know, when I was flat out altar serving was Easter week.
Oh, big week.
Go big week in the altar serving land.
Big
Yeah.
week.
So Good Friday, then we'd go down and we'd do what's that called again? You look at all the pictures.
The Stations of the Cross.
Stations of the Cross, yeah, do that flat out, going down and all
And come
with the
here.
priest.
I was looking at them at the church for my niece's communion, and I was like, oh my God, it came back to me, the Stations of the Cross. Like, did you ever actually pray when you were looking at it?
No,
Would you?
No, sure, I was a young one, like.
I know. Actually, during the Good Friday ceremony then, or that wasn't even a Mass, all the altar would be bare. There'd be nothing on it.
Nothing.
And then Easter Sunday was the big day then
Purple.
again.
It was
Big
purple.
day.
It was stunning, all the
Yeah.
fresh flowers,
Oh,
beautiful.
and the cloaks, the
The
different
cloaks, yeah. Oh, I see flat out that week.
Big
Easter
Mass.
Saturday.
And Easter Saturday night, another big one.
Another one, yeah. Oh, for Christ's sake. And then, and then Easter Sunday, and then, were we all serving the Monday? I can't remember now, but flat out
Were you
that
the Lock
weekend.
Church?
No, I was a convent.
But no, for like if you were going at your mum and dad.
No, the convent. We'd still go to the convent.
Oh.
I never went back there since my dad died.
Did you not?
No, we used to go every Christmas. Then I gave up the altar serving because I got too old. I used to go every Christmas, and ever since my dad passed away, I can't walk back in there because it's just I have so many memories with my dad in there. My mum is just pure family thing we used to do, and then ever since my dad passed away, I never went back in there.
Totally understand
Yeah,
that.
but anyways, flat out doing the altar serving. But Jesus, that's nostalgic, whatever your word
There's
is.
nostalgic. They
Nostalgic.
are actually nuns that I had seen. They were in like is it a private order? It's a private, look at something private. I would love to get a few nuns on this.
Did you ever have nuns as teachers?
No, we didn't know.
I did. They're cross. Oh, there you would want to be a good girl for them, like.
Actually, the rehab centre I was in is run by a nun, Sister Concilio and Sister Agnes.
Oh.
Sister Agnes down in Brie, you wouldn't mess with her. Proper order now, sound out.
Yeah.
And the two of them have saved thousands of lives.
Fair
like
play,
thousands, including myself for now. Touch wood. 5 years running. But anyway.
Lord hear us. Moving on.
Speaking of 5, I got 5 questions for you.
Go on.
But are you smarter than your 6-year-olds? And Erin Rose is in the house. We're doing a quiz now based on your mammy's knowledge. She just gave me she gave you an awful look. She's kind of like, what am I still doing here? We're nearly finished. Right, okay. So the quiz, are you smarter than your 6-year-olds? I don't need to explain it. Everyone knows the concept of it. So question number 1. Okay, so we were driving around in my cursed Opel Corsa last week, and you were saying something about the handbrake, but you spelled handbrake wrong on your stories. Spell handbrake.
HANDBRAKE.
Yes, sorry, I was
Yes.
thinking because I was thinking of the one she spelled wrong. Yeah, you'd spelled it HEADBRACKING, handbracking.
Oh, it's close.
Handbracking. But look, that
You should have asked me to spell
that
handbracking.
Corsa was cursed anyway with the hazards.
I know.
I tell you, it was
So
strange.
funny,
I
though.
know it was. It
It
was
was funny.
It was strange.
It
in
was
the car.
funny because I was in the car with you, but I couldn't imagine driving on my own with the warning lights on.
And you know, when I was coming down stressed going down because I was going meeting that girl, and then I was on the
Yeah.
phone to people, and all I could hear was the fucking hazards.
I know, yeah.
It's driving me insane. Right, okay. So I actually, this is another one from the time you came down to Ballydesmond. Question number 2. You pass a certain pub in Kishgame, right?
Yeah.
What was the name of the pub called?
You can't say no or something like that. Why not so or something, wasn't it?
Because you said it to me and I just got it. Do you know, because I was so upset during the funeral and then you said it to me and I started laughing.
I
What is
know.
it? Come on. In Kishgame, the heart of Kishgame, in Duhallow.
Why not?
The why not?
The why not? Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you 1.5 because you said the why not so. Right. Question number 3.
It's a good name for a bar, though, isn't it?
Isn't it the why not?
Is it still open?
Kishgame, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
There's
okay,
a trip
yeah.
right across the way. Why not to be rocking?
And is it a restaurant as well?
No.
Or just bar? Okay.
No. I'll have to take you out around there.
Yeah.
Sometime pure country now.
But I went to Ballydesmond when I had a coffee.
Yeah, and Bob's.
Bob's, yeah.
Bob's Bar, yeah.
I was there
They're
about 3
changing
times.
ownership now as well.
Oh, are they?
They're
Come on, their
changing
food there
ownership.
looks savage.
Very nice.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
it.
very nice. Okay, question number 3. You were at the now famous Cork win over Limerick
Yeah.
on last Saturday. It looked amazing. It looked incredible.
It was
The
unreal.
atmosphere. Oh
Yeah,
my! And
unreal.
before you were like, "Oh, you know, is it football hurling? I'm going to anyway." And then I was like, "I'm not sure either." And then when they won, I was straight away. I posted it. I was kind of like, "My dad would have loved this because he loved the hurling." Sure, I didn't know it was the hurling.
Yeah.
until
yeah.
you know. But what a day! So actually, who is the Cork hurling team captain?
Patrick Horgan.
No, Sean O'Donoghue.
Is he your brother? Does he have a brother?
Patrick Horgan. How could it be Pat?
No, does he have another brother on the team? I know there's 2 boys.
Do you know what?
that are
I'm not
brothers.
sure to Google this earlier in the hairdressers because I did think it was Patrick Horgan.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, lovely fella.
sound.
Lovely fella. So, okay, 2 out of 3. Okay. Eurovision was this week.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No.
No, I did. Interesting. Bambi Thug was Ireland's entry coming in 6th, but who won? What country won?
Fuck, I have no idea.
Just guess.
France.
No, Switzerland.
I was close.
You were close enough.
I was close.
Going to give you 1.5 out of 4. Right, okay. And final question, it is a hurling and football question. How many players on a hurling or football team?
12.
No.
11.
No.
8.
No.
15.
You can't get it. You got it wrong. It is 15.
It was
First,
15.
do you think if you went to any pub quiz and you got the first 3 wrong, they'd go, all right, so. And
What
this was
it? 15.
15.
Ah, that's big.
How many's on a soccer team?
12.
11.
Oh.
Basketball?
8.
5.
Is there? Is that
Yeah,
all?
that's all.
Okay, how do you know that?
I watched that Michael Jordan thing on,
Space Jam.
no, that's Space Jam. I don't like Space Jam now because R. Kelly and all that carry on.
Oh, yeah.
He's convicted, so I can say that. I don't like that now anymore. R.
I
Kelly.
used to watch that Space
And that
Jam.
was a
though.
great song. I believe I can fly.
Yeah.
But not anymore after him. But speaking of flying, we better fly off.
Yeah, we better go
For
to
this
bring
week.
Aaron Rose to the doctors.
I
but,
know.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be back again next week. I'll actually be in London next week.
Oh, yeah, you're coming to London.
Jesus
Did you book your
Christ.
flights?
Nah, I'll do that there
You
now.
didn't do that. Esther told me you booked them. Did you tell her you booked them?
Did I say
The
that?
hop here.
Oh shit! Our producers there will be like,
Please. Oh, sorry, I'm after catching you out
yeah,
there.
she did. Fucking bitch.
Sorry about that.
Right. On that note,
Don't be wearing anything to London now. She's probably wearing the exact same outfit as me now.
you're
What,
copying
next
me
week?
with the white fox and the sambas, by the way. I remembered an episode there about 3 months ago. I don't like the sambas.
I
I'd
said I
rather
preferred
gazellas.
the
But yeah,
specials.
here she is now.
No, I
Wearing
said I
sambas.
never said I didn't like them. I said I prefer the specials, which I do, and you don't have this colour, and I had this.
I actually do
but
have black sambas.
Not I have the black and white ones as well, girl.
But I have them before
Stop copying me,
She's
please.
morphing into me. Right. On that note, take care.
Bye.
Bye.